right, here we are with another battle replay. And look at that glorious, accurate Danish flag. There's a lot going on in this one. A lot I have to talk about, so we're going to keep it in slow motion for a fair little bit here. But this is a battle replay where I, the Siberian, was playing a campaign, single-player campaign, and I was trying to march on Stockholm, and the Swedish army intercepted me. Now, a few things to know. I was experimenting with larger army sizes, so armies can have 30 units in them instead of the vanilla 20. And even just that extra 10 adds a whole lot, as we'll see here. I think the Swedish army had the full 30, and my army had like 25 or something like that. Some other new things is I added military engineers. They can place stakes, throw grenades, and whatnot. No other unit now can place stakes, and on siege battles, only military engineers can throw the grappling hooks up. So sieges actually are pretty rare now because there's a lot, you can't build fortifications, only if it's started in the game can there be fortifications. But when they happen, they're pretty difficult because you have to climb up using these guys and use them tactically. But yeah, without further ado, let's run through some of our units. We have the Württemberg OL's Regiment. Gonna pretend I'm Danish. No, so these are some Germans fighting for the Danes. I got the new Danish flags here. Very nice. Are we gonna fire in slow-mo? Yeah, look at that. Beautiful. So I increased the range at which firing is effective. So now, as you can see, you can get kills at max range, but you'll definitely get more kills at point blank range. But look at this, the Swedish lifeguard of horse came charging up the hill, didn't care about these stakes I had placed to protect my artillery, and goes straight for the grenadiers. And I was busy managing this whole army, right? It goes all the way over here, and they managed to plow right into our line. Now I end up winning this battle, spoiler, sorry, pretty, like I inflict a lot more kills than I lose, but it is no easy task, and we're about equal in numbers. So oh, another change. If you notice, there's these gaps between units. That applies to the AI as well. When you select multiple, they set up with gaps in it. And that really helps the AI behave rationally and set up lines. And I wasn't sure if I would like it at first, but I have grown to really enjoy it. But without further ado, I'm going to just kick it into play, and we're going to enjoy an epic battle. Oof, that guy. Some canister, that was very effective. So the Swedes definitely pushed to take this left flank, this left hill. And look at this, they're pretty good about sneaking their cav in. Got some good charges. I don't know what my artillery was aiming at there, but there's a lot of the units and a lot of smoke on this battle, so it's a little laggy at first. But look at, the AI is behaving like well. It's lining up, firing at my guys, and then it's charging over here. They've disrupted my artillery. I even have my engineers fire on the enemy. On the right flank, I have a lot of militia. Now the Danish militia is very numerous, as you can see, 485. But it's not that great, and it's got pretty low morale. So if it gets caught in melee or by a cavalry, it breaks pretty quickly. But luckily I had my grenadiers over here, and they take the brunt of the melee attack, which is what they're good at. They hold on for a long time. Some more Swedish pikes. We'll kick it into slow motion here and just check out the beauty. So the Swedes really pretty much took the heights here. Oh my.
But don't worry. Expedia Travel Week is...
Go away, ad. Sorry guys. I thought this one didn't have ads. But it did. Alright, hopefully we should be good for a little while. Once this loads back up. Classic Voltaire quote that everyone else quotes whenever Prussia is brought up. I guess while we're here I can give a little bit of a pre-dev diary. I don't know if I'll be able to get it out on Monday like normal just because I'm gone this weekend. But I've completely reworked the population system, and it is now a manpower system. So numbers are way lower, and you'll have to actually manage like over recruiting will stop your town's growth, and you will be making less money. So it is a good balance, and so far I've enjoyed it. I've also made it 4 turns per year. That's why this is only 1705 and we have armies this massive, and it's a perfect pace. I wasn't sure if I would like 4 turns a year, but it is superb. And so the Swedes were pushing aggressively enough that I decided to pull back my Württemberg troops, and then I was sending over some Danish militia that I had in reserve. And the Swedes, man, applying good pressure all along the line. Here's another cavalry charge. Sorry about the lag. Let's put it in slow-mo. There we go. Yeah, so these are the Lifeguard of Horse again. These are a powerful unit, and that could be a danger, although my militia are still able to fire, which is helping them out. On this further flank, my 2 units of National Dragoons are sweeping away this light Hussar regiment. Denmark doesn't have a whole lot of light cavalry. It has mostly medium and heavy, so it's really good at dealing with enemy cavalry, but it doesn't have the same devastating charge power that oh, that's a cannonball. Boom. It doesn't have the same devastating charging effect that the Swedish cavalry has. Alright, let's try it in play again. And over here, once again, the Grenadiers holding on. They've lost half their men. But I have my general nearby to keep up morale, and I'm trying to retake my artillery pieces with my engineers. I really should have pulled them back though, because in the grand scheme of things they end up dying off, and I need those guys to climb the walls around Stockholm. But in this battle I was very desperate just to hold on, as the pressure right here was just getting intense, and more Swedish light dragoon units coming in. They do hit the stakes a little bit. Or not. Oh yeah, there they go. So that helped demoralize, and then I was already set in the square. And then I sent my cavalry around the right flank, and this is what really broke the Swedes. I started wrapping up this. I took out some artillery pieces with my cavalry. Now they end up breaking. He supported it with enough troops nearby that I wasn't able to have quite the effect. And like I said, the Danish cavalry, like these dragoons, I would consider medium, so they can charge, but they don't have the same impact. Well, that was a good rear charge, very good. Yeah, that should drop these guys. Man, the Swedes, though, they have high morale. It is just hard to break them. And instead, my cavalry breaks. But despite that cavalry breaking, that allowed me to really make this like fishhook. And even though I've lost a ton of guys over here, I have held on to this hill after a lot of casualties. This is pretty much where all my casualties took place. And they've suffered enough casualties that they're now starting to break, but my reserves are able to plug the gaps, kind of. Enough that I can deny them the hill, deny the Swedes from completely taking the hill. And just look at that. That's so epic. I love it. And just like, I raised every one of these units, and I will have to, you know, figure out, okay, all these units are now, I'll have to wait for my town to regrow manpower to recruit more. And so and I have less population, or I have to spread out my recruitment compared to Sweden, and so you can lose a war of attrition. It's just a whole nother tactical feel, which I really enjoy. He did get a hussar charge here on my militia, who were very dense, so they didn't break, but they did take a few casualties, but I managed to wipe out that hussars regiment. Alright, sorry about that, guys. I had to go take care of something, but we're back in it. That was a useless shot. And so if we get an aerial view, you can see I really made a nice fishhook here. And the best Swedish efforts just about took this hill, but they don't have enough reserves left to keep it. So now I can trap these units here and destroy them in detail. Let's see the volley. Oh yeah, that's another thing. I've added Napoleon Total War animations, which are much quicker, so get through your firing cycle quicker. Which is nice. Look at that. Let's try an absolutely bloody battle. Whoa. I haven't gotten the proper model for these guys, but they work. Here comes another Dragoon charge. I was hoping to take out some artillery, but the Swedes actually defended their artillery, which that's a pretty smart move. But now, boxing them in. I thought about charging, but figured if we get a couple volleys, they would break, and that they do. Ooh, that was some rough canister. And now our Dragoons have shattered. Altogether, the Swedes are on the run, and the Danes are cleaning up the battlefield at this point. There's this one pocket of Swedish resistance here, kind of centered around their artillery pieces. And those artillery pieces do pose a big threat, because they can do a lot of damage, but I think that one recovers as well. But we're now able to march forward and fire upon them. Oh yeah, look at that nice smoke. Oof, canister. I've noticed the canister has been going a little high, so I might tweak that value again, but lining up and then firing. It's the hard part about getting close sometimes is you take so much fire that your troops have a hard time organizing. Forgot I did this. I sent these guys into charge and they end up getting shot by friendly fire and then volleyed into. Ooh, that was a good canister.
Discover Magic all the cash back you earn on your
Oh my.
end of your first year. It's amazing because Discover's
It's another ad. Let's see. We'll load back in, and we're just about done. I'm just listening to some classical music while we play. Figured it's fitting. Oh, that solid shot even was very effective. And now we're charging the artillery. Take out the cannon crews. Whoa. I don't know what was sending those guys flying, but there's still one more piece back here. And then there was, oh, it looks like we missed a little Swedish charge that got shot down. You can see a bird's eye view of the battlefield. Look at that. That was a bloody battle right there. especially right at this hill. Right here. I mean, all through here, really, but this was the concentration of casualties on both sides. Anyways, we'll go ahead and fast forward as a whole lot more happens. Oh. Just trying to wear down the last couple of stubborn rearguard units as the rest of the Swedish forces retreat. And then it's the day. That's the battle won. Just about. That was a good volley. Losing a couple here and there. I think some of our guys are trying to shoot these artillerymen. And then we should volley off here. Ooh, taking fire though. I think I had accidentally left them on hold fire instead of fire at will. There we go. And that absolutely ravaged that formation. I just switched out some worn down units with these fresh ones. Probably not necessary, but better safe than sorry. One last unit to go. And there we have it. The glorious battle. Maybe. Yep. And so there we can see our deployment numbers. I had 6,426 soldiers on the field. And lost roughly 3,000. So almost, I think it was like 46% casualties, which is pretty high, but not unreasonably so. Let's see what got the most kills. Our grenadiers, who are standing firm in melee, and then some of the foot regiments all did pretty well. Dragoons did all right, but nothing crazy. Yeah, pretty good. Carl Gustav Armfelt started with less, although he was the attacker, so he was still being very aggressive. But he lost nearly his whole force, only 1,000 remaining, roughly. Yeah, it was very fun to fight this massive campaign battle. I know I haven't played multiplayer battles in a while. Part of that is due to me having different versions of files than everyone else because I'm working on development and whatnot. So, yeah, I'll leave you guys with a cinematic outro, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye.